Hey guys, welcome back to Peter Tech channel. Thank you for tuning in again. We are still continuing on the Honda Civic SI. I had taken out the transmission fluid, and the way I do it myself, I had drained the transmission fluid from the bottom. It has the draining bolt is on the bottom. But if you look on top here, there's nowhere to refill or a deep seek or anything like that. So what I do is I take off the, I believe this is I take off the raging sensor. Okay, this one tells the computer what gear you on. Okay, oops, don't drop it, they can break easy. So it's right on top right here. So what I do is I take that one off. I believe it's 27 millimeter. Yes, 27 millimeter. You take it off. You use the thin mouthed funnel. It fits right in there, and you just pour your transmission fluid through there. Whatever you took out, measure it and put the equal amount back. Okay. So far, I always forget to take out my camera, but what I was doing until I thought of showing you guys how to do that. What I was doing is I was putting back the wiring. So what I do is I put back the mechanical part of it. I finish with the mechanical, so I put the starter back, I put the alternator, I put the serpentine belt. I wish I showed you guys, maybe I should do it another day, how to put on the serpentine belt. It's a little tricky with these vehicles. I wish I had shown you guys how to do that. But yeah, anyway, I do the mechanical part before I lay down the wiring harness. Remember, it was all the way on the far end. So once I'm done with all the mechanical, putting together the mechanical parts, before I put in the radiator back, I lay down the wiring. I make sure the wiring to the front, because the only way you can access the front wiring is when the radiator is out. It's much easier doing it that way. So I put the wiring to the starter. I put back the wiring to the alternator back there. The wiring to the AC compressor down there. All that is done. I put back the wiring to the injectors up here. Okay, there are some sensors. One here and the other one on the other side. Camshaft and intake camshaft and exhaust camshaft sensors. They're way back here. One here and the other one back here. Right there. That's the exhaust camshaft position sensor, and this is the intake position sensor. Anyway, so what I have to do is put in the spark plugs, put back the coil pack, put back the coils. Back here there is some wiring that goes on to the VVTI, not VVTI, but VTEC solenoid. They are located way back here. You have a crankshaft position sensor one on the bottom, and also you have another sensor back there. I think it's for oil pressure sensor. Oil pressure sensor is at the back. Okay, so anyway, so once you have put the correct amount of transmission fluid back, you just have to put it back on. It's at 27 millimeter. At least I used a 27 millimeter with so I think it's a 12 point. So it's 12 point. So it's much easier to grab onto those corners. Okay. I wish I had bring out the camera sooner so I can show you some of these processes, because they are not hard per se, but at the same time, when you see it done, it makes it, you feel a little more comfortable doing it yourself. right? In that way we document some of these things, right? Okay, don't forget, put back the connector. Okay, and there we have it. Okay, it's coming along very well. Okay, I got the hoses all connected, a full hose back down here. It's a return race system, it's a one-way system, so it only has one full hose down here. You have the emissions that go all the way to the back. I still have to reconnect. I have to put on back the valve body. Okay. Put the valve body back, clean it good, and put the valve body back. Put some of these hoses back. I already did the master cylinder. I mean clutch cylinder, not master cylinder. I wish I showed you how to do that too. I'm sure some of you know how to, but again, if it's documented, it's much better. That way someone can learn from that. I wish I did that on camera. Anyway, yeah, I also reconnected the cable. I still have to bring the counter pin for this one. Okay. So this cable goes onto the throttle body, so that has its position. And after that, we do we're gonna flush out the engine oil. Okay. Make sure that we are starting all clean synthetic oil in it, and an oil filter. Probably I'll have to do the regular oil first, run the motor for a few minutes, 10-15 minutes, drain that oil and put the correct oil in it. Okay, or sometimes what you do is put a cheaper synthetic oil, like well, let me not name the name brands, but I would put a cheaper synthetic oil, let it run 10-15 minutes, drain the oil and put the correct amount of synthetic oil and an oil filter in it. Because again, we bought the motor used, so we just want to be safe by, flushing it. Otherwise, sorry guys, next time I'll bring you guys along so that we can start this thing up and show you how to do a coolant flush. Not a coolant flush, but breathing the system on the coolant. Okay. Also putting back the throttle body. I'll show you guys the process of doing that. Anyway, for now that's it. Sorry for the short video. Again, I forgot to bring out my camera. Still getting used to this, otherwise, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Continue watching. Let's run together. Also, let's have fun together, because sometimes some of these things are funny, depending on what you're doing and your experiences are, they can be funny. Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we'll see you next time. Bye.